Hey y'all, my name is Rowan Reilly, senior at Tulane, and now Community Outreach Fellow for Speak for the Trees. One of the greatest compliments I've ever gotten in my life was back in high school. A friend of mine said, "You know why I like you, Rowan? You're one of the only people I've ever known who's not afraid to be themselves all the time. But lately, I don't know. I wonder if I'm consciously fake. I wonder if I do in fact know who I am, or if I did even have the courage to be myself." I have a strong faith that the powers that be, being SITC, picked a really great place for me when pairing me with my host organization, Speak for the Trees. And I know they did a great I know they did a great job placing me in my apartment. Shout out Giselle on the placement, Pam, Jue, Charlotte, y'all are my home away from home, and I'm just so grateful. But I digress from my point. My faith in my placement at Speak for the Trees. My feelings about this would shift often over time, oscillating between fully understanding the placement and not at all. I had a dissonance between two sides of myself. Two opposing sides of myself. The side of me that made sense and Speak for the Trees, and the side that really didn't. Question was, which side of me was more me? I wasn't the only one who didn't see the fit. I'd hear, well, that has nothing to do with business. And I can't blame them. I was an econ major fresh off a finance internship. And I'd also hear, whoa, oh my gosh, Rowan, that's so cool, but why? I wish I had a straight answer for them. Truth is, I wasn't always that happy in college. I was terrified to admit that to myself because I thought I'd had everything I'd ever wanted. I'd made it into a great college in my home state. I'd had all the quintessential college experiences I'd ever dreamt of. And I'd made plenty of loyal friends. So why did I still feel so anxious? So unenthused about where I was and about my future. It felt ungrateful, even gross. For more context, I'd just worked a finance internship last summer. Here I was working a job that some people would kill for, and still I felt so miserable. And then I thought, maybe you're supposed to be. It was like, this is where you wanted to be, this is where everybody wants to be, so this is where you're supposed to be. I think, see who you work for, that's who you're supposed to become. And then, maybe you can be happy. Then I also considered, maybe the people I looked up to now, maybe they weren't happy. Maybe I could be happy now, maybe I always knew how to be happy, I just stopped listening to myself. I think that's the side of me that knew Speak for the Trees was a good fit. I gave the input. I remember filling out the form the day before it was due. I didn't mention anything about an interest in business or financial analysis. I simply stated I like being outside and working with people. Maybe that's all I ever need. True joy seems so easily attainable for me. I know that, yet I always seem to get in my own way. I think we live in a culture where we're constantly being marketed various keys to happiness in all different directions. Some more well-intended than others. I think sometimes I pressure myself into living in some accordance with a perceived consensus of what other people think is right for me, instead of what I actually think is right for me. And being in SITC and my host organization this semester has really given me the time and perspective to reflect on who I really am and what I really want. So next time one of my friends back home asks me why I did this program, my hope is that I don't fumble nervously for some half-baked logical reason, and I simply look at them with a confident smile on my face and say, because I wanted to. Thank you.